This is the sixth part of our second semester's second one-act play, and that is The Dear Departed, which is written by Stanley Horton. So open your books, page number 139. On this page number, first dialogue. Now first dialogue is of Victoria, 10-year-old small girl. Victoria, this morning. So when Victoria's father told that your grandfather before dying gave that cupboard to your mother in this morning. So therefore Victoria was shocked, and therefore she asked question to her father that this morning grandpa gave that to my mother. Henry, yes. Victoria, he was drunk this morning. And Victoria said that our grandfather was drunken this morning. He was not in his conscious this morning. He was completely unconscious. Henry, hush. It means shh, keep quiet. You mustn't ever say he was drunken now. And he told his daughter that you don't tell this to anyone, that your grandpa was drunken in this morning and he was unconscious, he was not in his conscious. Henry has fastened the frock, and Mrs. Slater appears carrying a handsome clock under her arm. And that time Henry was ready to fasten closer tightly Victoria's frock from the backside, and that time Mrs. Slater appears on the stage in that scene, and that time she was having a very beautiful clock under her arms. Now next dialogue, Mrs. Slater. I thought I would fetch. Fetch, it means go for and bring back. I thought I would fetch this down as well. So Mrs. Slater told Henry, her husband, that I want this beautiful clock also. I want this clock to bring back in our room also, with that cupboard. She puts it on the mantelpiece. Mantelpiece, it means shelf above or around a fireplace. Now shelf, it means this is a piece of flat wood that is called shelf. So Mrs. Slater puts that beautiful clock on that shelf near the fireplace. Victoria, that's a grandpa's clock. Then Victoria told her mother that, mother, this clock is grandpa's. Why do you want this clock? Mrs. Slater, chat, be quiet. It's our now. Now Mrs. Slater be little bit angry on her daughter and told her that this is belong to your grandfather, but he is died now. So now this is ours. Come, Henry, lift your hand and Victoria. Don't breathe a word to your aunt about the clock and the bureau. Now Mrs. Slater told her husband that come here and lift your side of the end, then we can easily bring that downward. And that time she told her daughter Victoria that don't say a single word about this clock and this cupboard to your Aunt Elizabeth. They carry the chest of drawer through the doorway, and both Victoria, Mrs. Slater and Mr. Henry Slater both bring back that cupboard downward with lots of effort. That time, next dialogue, Victoria to herself. I thought we had pinched them. Now Victoria talking to herself, that little small child, girl child talking to herself, and she told that this time we are really Pinching, it means stealing those things. Those things are belonging to grandfather and we are stealing those things. After a short pause, there is a sharp knock on the front door, and for a short time they were nowhere talking with each other. There were silence, and suddenly there was a sharp knock. Someone was hitting on the door, front door. Mrs. Slater from upstairs. Victoria, if that's your aunt and uncle, you are not open the door. Then Mrs. Slater from the upper stairs telling to her daughter that go there and look if your uncle and auntie Elizabeth is there, so don't open the door. Victoria peeps through the window. Peep, it means look secretly. So secretly, silently, Victoria goes toward the window, and from that window she looks downward toward the front door, and she saw that there is her uncle and Elizabeth auntie standing in front of the main door or front door. Victoria, mother aids them, and after that Victoria told her mother that, mother, this is uncle and auntie here. Mrs. Slater, you are not to open the door till I come down. Knocking repeated. Let them knock away. Now Mrs. Slater told Victoria that don't open the door. Let them knock. Let them hit on the front door. When I will come down, I will open the door. You don't open the door. There is a heavy humping noise. Mind the well, Henry. And there was lots of noise in that house because they were hitting the door very hardly. Henry and Mrs. Slater panting. Panting, it means breathing in short gasps due to exertion. Panting, flushed. Flushed, it means skin become red due to fear or exertion. Stagger, walk or move unsteadily as if about to fall. With the pretty old-fashioned bureau contained a locked desk. Now Henry and Mrs. Slater was doing lots of exertion there. They were working hard and therefore they were panting, breathing short due to lots of exertion. Their faces, their skin become red. They were staggered. It means that they were not able to walk straight, steadily. They were about to walk unsteadily. They can fall down anytime. And they were bringing back that pretty, very beautiful, old-fashioned bureau or cupboard downwards. They put it where the chest of drawers was and straightened the ornaments, and the knock is repeated. So everything they settled there. They put the table in a corner and they decorate everything as it was before, and again there was a knock hitting on the door. So this part ends here. We are going to stop here. Have a good day to all of you. Thank you very much.